Hello, girl. Don't do that! That's no! I Yeah, this is the real D-Day. I made a multiplayer world for 32 players on legendary mode and set it to start in hard mode. That is the highest difficulty on the extremely difficult For the Worthy seed. Every single player will die in a single hit, and maybe late in the game they could survive too. And I didn't tell anyone else what they were signing up for before they joined. They got the true military draft experience. Every unsuspecting soldier came equipped with an M1911, grenades, landmines, and a teleportation potion to drop into a random location in the world. After getting everyone in, we took all our potions together, scattering us at random into the world. And the massacre began. Some of us got sent deep inside a spider nest, others to the death trap that is the underground jungle. I was sent alone into the mushroom fields. And I need to play extremely carefully. Literally one scratch from anything, and I die instantly. I can gun down the skeletons with my handgun, but it's very ineffective. Bone types are resistant to gun element. Time is on my side though. I'm safe in my encampment. But the sins of one soldier came back to haunt us all. This is Queen Bee's apartment. She lives far to the west with her 7 Queen Bee roommates. And just one player, 1 out of 32, was sent to her doorstep, and he shot them. These are legendary queen bees with 32 player health scaling. They don't despawn, they will fly across the entire world and slaughter every living thing they come across, and we can't kill them. I'm on a clock now. I rush to get the life crystal nearby and meet up with another survivor to trade with the wizard. But death herself is here, and in my final moments, a realization dawns on me. I hate magic. Why did I go see the wizard? I don't want anything he sells. And then I remembered. I want him to die. Oh boy, there's a 60-second respawn timer. I end up changing this just for the sake of playability because everyone is constantly dying. I set it to 10 seconds when bosses are not alive and 20 seconds when they are, but that's a fix that happens later. There's a different problem now. Wilson. The 2 queen bees cannot lay a scratch on Wilson. His defenses are impenetrable. The Great Wall of Wilson. This happens sometimes on servers due to lag, but it means that we are safe from Queen Bee. The hero we need is Oh no. Ideally, we would have everyone die to despawn them, but I don't know if it's because of lag or because some players were still logging in, but they weren't despawning. We were going to be stuck here forever, chaining death after death to Queen Bee. I had 2 options: restart the server to get rid of them, or deploy a nuclear weapon. Naturally, I chose the nuke. We're all stuck on foot now, inching our way deep behind enemy lines. We have strength in numbers. The enemies are strong, but no ghost or werewolf can stand up to the concentrated power of 32 pistols. Normal enemies don't scale their HP with multiple players, so as long as we stick together, we can beat them. Our numbers dwindle and we're being pushed back from the Crimson, but I will not let the servants of evil win. We've got grenades for crushing hordes of enemies, and the foolish werewolves have not figured out how to double jump, so we're safe if we shoot them from above. I returned to home base only to find the worst houses I have ever seen. Remember, this is legendary mode. Any NPC will instantly die if an enemy sneezes on them. They need to be in a safe spot, and these are not safe houses. And they're ugly. Get him out of here. My priority is getting a weapon upgrade. Max HP isn't going to do much because these enemies are doing 300 or 400 damage per hit, and neither is armor. We need damage. We've set up a forward base in the snow biome, and that's our destination. It's pretty rough here, and there aren't many of us, but I managed to secure both an ice sickle and an ice bow. And that's huge. I have a hard mode weapon. 2 of them. I don't really have any arrows, but who needs arrows? We've got the firepower, so I make the executive decision to launch a strike on the Eye of Cthulhu. Now, almost nobody has any kind of mobility. No double jumps, no hooks, boots, and we're all at like 100 HP. Calling it a massacre would be putting it lightly. He's cutting through us like paper. But we have something the Eye of Cthulhu will never have. Guns. And that's all it takes to win a fight. Everyone has a plan, until they get shot in the face. Far below, in the depths of hell, lies a dark, terrifying land infested with spiders. In other words, Australia. This is what nightmares are made of. The entire underworld is covered in spider walls. All the hellstone has been replaced with gold coins, the lava is gone, and frozen slime blocks are everywhere, causing you to slide constantly. There are endless swarms of spiders which have ridiculous defense, insta-kill on contact, and fire a projectile that completely immobilizes you and stops you from using items. The worst hell imaginable is the land down under. But it's not without its rewards. Australia is filled with riches, tons of life crystals and money for anyone brave enough to venture to the depths of spider hell. And I can kill the spiders with my ice bow, letting us get a lot of people geared up with spider staffs and armor. Plus, there are so many life crystals down here. I get to 400 HP, I get the guy with me to 400 HP, a random guy teleports down here and I just get him to 400 HP. We still die in a single hit, but we can survive a hit if there's a banner. With 32 players, it's actually quite difficult to gear everybody up from scratch. You have to consider what weapons can be obtained consistently, easily, and are powerful enough to kill legendary mode bosses. I set my sights on the Onyx Blaster. It's very easy to farm Dark Shards and Souls of Night, and thanks to Australia, we have enough money to buy shotguns. The Onyx Blaster is a great weapon for the Brain of Cthulhu, and if you don't have one, don't worry, just use an Ice Bow, Ice Sickle, or Spider Staff. The Brain of Cthulhu unleashes the counterattack of the goblins, who are actually pretty terrifying. Goblin warlocks have some good drops. A Shadow Flame Hex Doll or a Shadow Flame Knife would be great, but their HP scales for multiplayer and they insta-kill. They suck. I'm not having any of that. I want Pixie Dust for wings, but nowhere is safe against the ultimate technique of the Goblin Warlock, Server Annihilation.
Back to 1 FPS. Okay.
In time, the world heals, and Yet another wayward soul has wandered into Queen Bee's apartment, and summoned another 2 Queen Bees. But they will not bully us any longer. We have hard mode weapons, max HP, and more importantly, changed the respawn timer to 20 seconds instead of 60 seconds. And then it happened again. So with Pixie Dust we have wings, with Onyx Blasters we have weapons. How can we get armor for this many people? There's spider armor, but that only helps summoners. Mining would take ages, plus we don't have any hammers capable of smashing altars. What we can do is kill Queen Slime. She's guaranteed to drop 2 pieces of Crystal Assassin armor per person. On average, that means we should get armor for 66% of the server by doing that. And Crystal Assassin is roughly equivalent to a tier 2 hard mode ore armor, so it's pretty decent. It'll definitely help because remember, we have not killed the Wall of Flesh. We're down an accessory slot and don't have emblems. And we would have to kill the Wall of Flesh in Australia with cobwebs and insta-kill recluses everywhere, and it'd be the for the worthy Wall of Flesh. Honestly, probably harder than the Moonlord. Queen Slime isn't easy, but she is easy. We fight Lieutenants Spasmatism and Retinator and get destroyed, I don't even know why. And somehow, Goblin Warlock returned. For context, they have 75,000 HP and each apparition they summon has 5,000. It's a nightmare. Apparently, the troops had difficulty hitting the lieutenants. So we pull out some blade staffs from Queen Slime and make sure everyone is using a weapon that either homes or has high projectile velocity. It's not enough. The troops are now complaining about dying, the cowards. I go back to Australia, get even more life crystals, and we face the twins on the field of battle once more. And this time, they fall.
Total. NATO, how do you manage to summon Queen Bee twice? How does that happen? Blades? You can't just walk up to Queen Bee's apartment holding a knife and not expect her to defend herself. Why do you keep going to Queen Bee's apartment? Just don't go there. It's real fucking obvious where she lives. It's the only place in the world with bees. Literally the only... You see bees? Go away. That's where Queen Bee lives. Don't bring a knife to Queen Bee because she's gonna kill you. Is there any way to get easy money? Yeah, go to Australia.
Now it's General Skeletron and his non-stop explosions. Remember, this is for the worthy. Skeletron Prime's cannon destroys blocks. Yeah. I build a bunker to respawn in, but that doesn't help the battlefield. It and everyone on it gets annihilated. There are two schools of thought when it comes to For the Worthy Skeletron Prime. The first is to put dressers or chests on all of your platforms so they can't be blown up. That is the mindset of a coward. The second is to just say fuck it, we ball, and deal with your arena getting destroyed. I like that strategy. The troops do not. I don't care what the soldiers think. We lost because they were unfocused and disordered. There were people rebuilding the arena as it got destroyed, only for it to immediately get shot again with another bomb. It's a terrible idea. I tell everyone to focus down the cannon as quickly as possible, then the other hands follow soon after. I rebuild a small section of the arena myself, and without his protection detail, the general is weak and defenseless. The destroyer is a lot easier. As long as you make sure to focus down the probes, he's quite manageable, and with this many players, he's no trouble at all. That's going to be something of a recurring theme. With this many people, especially with 20-second respawns, most bosses are not a struggle. It's a meat grinder of constant death, but we can just keep throwing soldiers at them until they die. The Shimmer was located down in the depths of Australia, where
invisible fucking black recluses in Australia. Holy shit, there was a spider in my shoe that instantly killed me when it bit me. Oh, it's 4th. I just looked at the time. This is what happens when you try to fight a powerful boss before intended. Exactly. Exactly. We're not powerful enough to fight Skeletron. You guys should stop trying to fight Skeletron. It will literally be faster to despawn him and summon him again the next night and kill him than it would be to try to do this.
I did spawn an Eclipse, and here's a fun fact for you. For the Worthy scales contact damage massively, but projectile damage stays the same, so Retinator bumping into you deals way more damage, but his laser is identical to Master Mode. For some reason, the nails from nailheads count as contact damage, and they get scaled in For the Worthy. That means they deal almost 500 damage. And they just constantly shoot them every time they take damage, and they're everywhere. A Mothron deals 500 damage. Okay, I can understand that. She fought fucking Godzilla. But God forbid you step on a rusty nail, immediately get tetanus, and die. The 1.8 million HP Blackout Hyperspeed Golem sounds intimidating, but honestly, nothing can threaten us at this point. We have the army of the Moonlord on the defensive as we're steamrolling to his bunker. It did take 80 seconds after killing Golem for someone to accidentally summon motions, but they can't stand up to us. There is only one last line of defense that the Moonlord can muster, an immovable object to counter our unstoppable force. He invokes his contract with the sun, the Empress of Light herself. Even with pillar weapons, even with this many soldiers, we cannot get through her 3 million HP in one night. And that means at 4:30 a.m. on June 9th, 1944, the Empress of Light enraged.
That's alright, we're good. Reinforcements will arrive soon. It's alright. As long as we have the spectral vortex beaters here to support us, I'll never give up. Hello, girl. Don't do that! That's no! Dodging it perfectly fine, then she decides to just break reality. It's okay, guys. As long as we stay alive until next nighttime, she'll unenrage, and then we can keep fighting her. Alright? We don't even have to kill her here. As long as we can survive another 13 minutes, we're good. We're good. 13 minutes from now, she unenrages, we kill her at night. What even hit me? This is like a great time to join. Yeah, you can message me on Discord if you want to join into this. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. That door doesn't work. Wait, who built this? Who built this house? I was gonna go jump off into the ocean, but I can't even leave the house. It's an inescapable death trap. What is this? Yeah, this is the real D-Day. You know, it's often reported that the Royal Air Force had some of the highest casualty rates in World War II, but that's not true. The highest casualty rates actually went to the Anti-Empress of Light Defense Force. They suffered 90% casualty rates. I'm just gonna come down here to the water. Oh god, she can swim. We physically cannot lose a boss fight because we respawn too quickly. She cannot kill all of us. I like that the traveling merchant decided to show up to this world today. He's got things to sell. Who's he gonna sell them to? Everyone's dead. Okay, we're in the clear. Now we can kill her. Her defenses are down. There's more visual clarity during the day. Yeah, I think just because, honestly, everyone was dead during the daytime, so you could actually see what the Empress of Light was doing. Whereas here, there's all the projectiles that they were firing. What the fuck was that? What? Yeah, blink and you miss it. Empress of Light just decides to teleport on top of you. This battle has been a success. Congratulations, soldiers. 24 straight hours of hell. Oh, prismatic die. Mussolini is dead. Drag her body through the streets. Poor grandpa. No, not poor grandpa. This guy's literally Hitler. No, I'd like to drag Hitler out into the streets, get everyone there with their fucking magic weapons, and shoot him. This is how history should have gone. Well, we have saved Terraria. The T-Day invasion was a success. With 2 minutes to spare. Hitler dead. Fabsol dead.